Right, 2 videos today. We've done the feet, give you a general idea. Keeping warm on the bike when it's cold, all right? Winter time. Now in the summer, you can wear, I use these, craft base layers. They're good in the summer. If it's really hot, I sometimes just go with a jersey and just unzip it, have it flapping around. It's got to be super hot though. Let's see, these jerseys or under base layers, you know, they're very good at wicking away moisture. There's 2 here because it's winter. Double stuff up. There's one way to think, all right? Double base layers up. If you've got quite a tight fitting jacket, Castelli stuff can kind of fit snug. Think about thinner stuff underneath, all right, rather than bulky items. Or buy a size up just for winter, okay? So double up on the base layers. The other thing I've been wearing for the past 4, 5 plus years, Helly Hansen, big fan of these. I'll like double up these or even triple them up, all right? You can get long sleeve, short sleeve, depending on what I'm wearing. I'll short sleeve it, all right? And we'll wear some arm covers, all right? These are Sock Guy. Again, I think they're merino. Bought them about 4 or 5 years ago, I think. Mavic ones as well. Micro fleece. You can double these up if you want. Or if your jersey's got arms, then just put like single warmers underneath or something. You know, you've got to experiment stuff. I got my kind of kit down pretty good now. This is synthetic base layer with a hood. It's really good. All right, it's got a polar neck that comes right up around the front if you want. Long sleeve. Tight fitting. Can fit underneath the Castelli, all right. All right, and you can put like your fingers through the sleeves, something like that. All right. So just loads of thin base layers. That's your friend. You need to be base layering up. All right. Hands. We're not talking wet weather cold here. We're just talking cold, all right, and dry.
I can't feel my fingers anymore. They're numb.
Cheap thin gloves. I've been using these for 2 years now. All right, thumbs are wearing away a little bit because obviously they're not really designed for cycling. They haven't got any like padded protection or anything. All right, but nevertheless, they last a couple of winters. These are 2 years old, right? As you can see, they're not exactly really badly worn. Barely £2 off of eBay. All right, that's what we need to be looking for. Don't spend money on expensive cycling gloves. Buff's all right for like general around the block, muck around cycling. It's a comfort item. It does pack up small. As you can see, doesn't take up much room, does it? All right. Various designs to suit you, and does the job. But you need to be really getting some protection up around here. So you're gonna be want to wearing something like this. Ta-da! This is the first balaclava I ever bought. £5 or something off eBay. It's like a synthetic material, but I've been wearing this a lot. It's just kind of wearing a bit thin in places now, but still does the job in combination with cycle cap as well, all right? So you need to bear in mind like this area as well. So if it's really cold, I'm kind of going out to the wee hours, I'll be wearing something like this. All right, like you can wear this, you know, obviously you can go up to however close you want it to go. If it's really snowing bad, you wear goggles. All right, done that before. But this, you can flip it around to varying degrees of comfort or whatever, or you can pull the head down so it just goes around your neck, all right? Job done. Bottoms need to be obviously thicker, micro fleece type bottoms. All right, keep yourself comfortable. These are RH Plus, and these are Endure MT500s. Good bibs. Check out the stitching on those. All right, not mucking around. Now I'm going to show you an item that I've been experimenting with for the past 3 or 4 years. All right. Take note, Iditarod. People that ride the Iditarod, all right, if you don't know what the Iditarod is, then do a Google. They bobsled it. or dog sled it rather, cycle it, walk it, that kind of thing, all right? And you're out in extreme colds, all right? So the first item I'm going to show you, this is a goose down jacket, which I bought in TK Maxx. I've worn it for the past 2 festive 500s, and it's got a slim fitting insulated jacket, all right? And it does the job. You need to be trying one of these, then you'll know exactly what I'm on about, all right? They pack down really tight, they compress down. You know how a sleeping bag compresses down. You can put some compression straps around that, attach it to your bike somehow on your pack. You might be thinking, I don't need that, what you on about P-Raw? Well, obviously you're not doing what I'm doing. You're obviously not riding a couple 100 kilometres out the back of nowhere.
Got a little dippy going through the fast out here.
In the winter, thinking with your noggin, alright? Because if you break down somewhere, or you know, you do get mechanical, or it's actually that cold, you're going to be needing something like that. Normal cycling clothing, right? You're right on your legs and that like this, but your core, normal cycling clothing that's made out of stuff like that, you're going to freeze, alright? There's no quims about it. I don't care how flashy the Asos garment is, or Castelli or whatever, however much money you think you've invested in something, unless your base layered up correctly, alright, and you're wearing an insulated jacket like this, you will freeze, alright? You're going to be getting yourself into a lot of trouble, alright? I've nothing more to say on that. I know a lot of people have started to wear these now. Where did you hear it first? From P-Raw, yeah. So there's one. I got this little gilet one that I take sometimes. This one does pack up pretty tight, obviously, because there's no arms. Alright, very good item to wear. And if it's really even colder for any of this, we'll bring out the big guns, the North Face Thermoboil. Now this is synthetic, alright? By the way, for any of the vegans out there, the goose down one I bought with totally haven't a clue about ethics and not even thinking about goose down, alright? So I still use that. But then we went and bought another one and wanted something warmer. We went and bought synthetic Thermoboil, okay? And trust me, this is so warm. You can go for a cycle ride with this, just with a couple of thin base layers on, and it is absolutely amazing. You don't get too hot, you don't start sweating, all right? Bearing in mind, like, if you're going out round the block smashing it with your mates,
They're numb.
you're not going to be wearing that. You will like boil up, all right? I'm just on about big rides, all right? Big winter rides. If you're commuting, let's say you're out doing the festive 500 and you want to get it done, you need to be wearing something like that, all right? If you're out enjoying your cycling, you need to be wearing something like this. I can't emphasize enough. It's a bit like the light video I done the other day, all right? You need something like this. Packs up so tight. Something that would be silly to leave at home, all right? Or not even think about, nah, I don't need that. Trust me, you need something like this when the temperatures start to drop, all right? So just thought I'd share that. Some tips from experience, all right? I've lived and worked in ski resorts in the past. I know what it's like when it gets cold towards the end of the year. So you need to wrap up, you need to layer up. You need to get that fine balance between warm and boiling. You know, you need to kind of test stuff out. That's giving you something to go on, all right? Invest in a good balaclava. Invest in good arm warmers. Think thin, think base layers, think doubling up, think tripling up, and getting yourself an insulated jacket, and you won't go far wrong, all right? P-Raw over and out, top tips. Not kidding. Thanks for watching. By the way, if you're watching this video and you're not giving it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, why not?